You close the tab. You feel that heavy little pinch of guilt in your chest. You tell yourself that was the last time. And yet, somehow a few days later, sometimes even a few hours later, you are right back there again. If this sounds like your life, take a breath, because you are not broken and you are not alone. Today, we are going to explain the real psychology behind this cycle, and by the end of this video, you will finally understand why your brain keeps pulling you back and how you can take real control again. Stay with me, because the next part might explain your whole pattern. Let's start with the brain chemical that runs this whole show, dopamine. Dopamine is not just a pleasure chemical, it is your brain's reward signal. It is the chemical that says, do that again, it kept you alive. Thousands of years ago, this same chemical made our ancestors chase food and chase connection. Today, that same ancient wiring gets hijacked by a simple private habit. Every time you do it, your brain gets a small flood of dopamine, and it quietly whispers, that felt good. Remember this path. The more this happens, the stronger and faster that path becomes, until it barely feels like a choice anymore. Now here's the part that most people miss. It is not really about pleasure anymore. It becomes about relief. Stress builds up during the day. Loneliness creeps in at night. Boredom sits heavy in an empty room. And your brain has learned one fast, easy way to escape all of that feeling, even if just for a few minutes. This is why you might notice the urge is strongest exactly when you feel low, anxious, or alone. It is not weakness. It is a coping habit your brain built without asking you first. But once you see this clearly, something powerful happens. You stop fighting yourself and start understanding yourself. But here is something important you need to hear right now. The shame you feel afterward is actually making the cycle worse, not better. When you punish yourself mentally, your stress goes up. And what does stress do? It pushes you right back toward the one thing that gave you quick relief before. Shame does not stop the habit, it feeds it. This is called the shame and relapse cycle, and once you break it, everything starts to change. Keep watching, because next I want to show you exactly how this cycle builds itself inside your brain. So how does this habit turn into something that feels impossible to control? It comes down to a simple loop your brain builds without you noticing: cue, routine, reward. A cue could be being alone, feeling stressed, or scrolling your phone late at night. The routine is the act itself. And the reward is that dopamine hit of relief. Every single time this loop repeats, the pathway in your brain gets stronger, like a path in the grass that slowly turns into a dirt trail the more people walk on it. Over time, this can quietly drain your energy, your focus, and even your confidence in daily life, and that is exactly why so many people feel stuck. Let's talk about something almost nobody says out loud. This habit does not just live in private. It can quietly leak into the rest of your life. You might notice less motivation to work, less energy to go outside, less patience with people you care about. Some people even start avoiding real relationships because this private habit feels easier and safer than facing real connection. This is not a moral failure, it is simply your brain choosing the path of least resistance over and over again until that path becomes the default. But here is the one thing I need you to understand. Awareness is where the power comes back to you. The moment you can name this pattern, you already have more control than you did 5 minutes ago. Here is the good news, and I really want you to hold on to this. A habit that was built can be rebuilt. Your brain is not fixed, it is flexible. This is called neuroplasticity, and it means new paths can be formed too. The goal is not to hate yourself into changing. The goal is to slowly interrupt the old loop and build a new one small choice at a time. So what actually helps, based on real psychology? First, notice your triggers without judging them. Just observe, I feel lonely right now, or I feel stressed right now. Naming the feeling takes away some of its power. Second, delay the action, even by 10 minutes. Go for a short walk, drink some water, message a friend. This tiny gap weakens the automatic loop. Third, fix your environment. Keep your phone outside the bedroom, and keep your hands and mind busy in the moments you know are risky for you. Fourth, be kind to yourself when you slip. One slip is not a collapse, it is only a moment, and a moment does not define your whole story. This is the real difference between people who stay stuck and people who slowly break free. I want you to remember something simple. This is one of the most common human struggles on the entire planet, across every country, every age, every background. You are not disgusting, you are not weak, and you are not alone in this. You are simply a human being with a brain that learned an easy shortcut. And now you are learning something new, real self-control, real understanding, and real peace with yourself. If this video helped you feel seen today, that is exactly why we made it. hit subscribe, because next week we are breaking down another hidden psychology topic that could change how you see your own mind. Take care of yourself, be patient with your progress, and remember, understanding your brain is the first real step to mastering it.